Yo, gents, I hope y'all are well. Welcome back to another video with Fabio Mafia. Don't know who I is. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. It is what it is. Update. Been posting. Steam page. Been busy with exams. What else? Yeah, I've been busy with exams and theme pages, and then the other thing is, I think the fear thing again. The fear thing, and our current society or whatever, right? So, theme page has been posting, getting likes. Now I want to post like twice a day, so I can increase the ante and then see where it goes and see how well this thing does and increase my editing skills and whatever. And then I've been watching a lot of content connected to what I'm doing, right? Which is that growth operating thing. I call it sales funnel optimization. You know, somebody said you must not come with a better solution, just come with a new opportunity. You know what I mean? You tried this, I get it, but this one, something new, never seen before. This, it's like okay, it's new. It's not like the other one. It's not better. It's new. So, been watching a lot of videos, reading a book by Daniel Priestley, as I said the other time, or if I didn't say, I'm reading Daniel Priestley's book, and I've been watching videos. So regarding fear, the fear that I'm talking about is the fear of starting, the fear of doing something because you're gonna get rejected. So there's this guy I saw on Instagram. He was talking about how certain people do this and do that, and that how he's gonna help creators do a certain thing one-on-one and whatever. So I ended up looking at myself. I'm like, yo, I don't have a one-on-one. I don't have this. I don't have a website. My guys' edits are crazy. Me, I don't have anything. I don't have anything to post. What am I gonna do? Whatever. Let me just quit, or this is not for me. He's gonna take all the clients. So there's that fear. Okay, he's gonna take it over. That's why going back to the other topic, how markets are not saturated. It's just filled with fearful people. It just has a lot of people who have fear, right? Who are interested, but now they see hey, it's too much, because this business is a complex thing. You need to understand a lot. Customer service. Well, the E-Myth certain book. I didn't read it. Somebody read it and then he explained it to me through a video. They said in when you're a startup or a small business, you cannot be the technical guy. You cannot be the technician. A lot of people start businesses because of a passion. Oh, I like baking cupcakes. Let me start a cupcake business. I like doing this. Let me do that. I like surfing. Let me start a surfing business. So most people start businesses based off what they like or so-called passions. Then it doesn't work out because yes, you might like pies or might like skating or surfing, and you might find a group that skates, surfs, and whatever, but that's not a business. That's just a hobby, right? So if you like the technical stuff, if you like being a technician and you like making pies, go to a business that makes pies, and then you tell them, I just want to make pies I want to be the technician part of making the pies. But then, in business standpoint, you have to think about scalability, right? Can you scale that business? Can it grow to higher heights? Can you systemize it? Can it operate without you? Yes, you like making pies, but can you create a system in which that business you've started, maybe a Susie Pies, now operates in a system, meaning there's whatever KFC, whatever, hey, ingredient, secret ingredient, KFC, whatever. So the KFC has a secret ingredient and certain guidelines and systems that they have that whenever somebody opens up a franchise, that guy who is old, who started KFC, doesn't need to go there and make sure they doing the right thing. There's a system and guideline. Once you have systems guidelines, it will lead to you scaling. Without systems and guidelines, you cannot scale. If you can, if you cannot think of a tactic or a strategy or a way of systemizing your business, systemizing how you do stuff, that's something I've learned. I'm even impressed that I'm explaining this. If you cannot systemize your business, like a TV, you see what a TV, you sit there and you switch it on. It'll play. Whether you go to the toilet, you go out and whatever. As long as you leave it on, it'll play. Whether you go to Dubai, come back, it'll still be playing. Unless mtlakaso shalo cheating besiya team. This is South Africa. But then that's what I mean. It's systemized. Funny, I say that. Going back to the creativity thing. Once you start systemizing a business, because that's the goal of it all. Once you systemize, you can scale. You cannot scale what is not systemized. Like art. Well, you can, like Picasso. Picasso said, or somebody, I think it's a story. Somebody went to Picasso and then they're like, "Oh, Picasso, you're great. Hey, can you please do a drawing for me?" And then he took a toilet paper or a napkin and he drew it for 5 minutes. And then after doing it for 5 minutes, the guy was like, "How? You drew it only for 5 minutes? It should be taking time, whatever. And then he's like, No. I practiced all these years so I can draw this thing for you, or I can draw for 5 minutes. I've been practicing for years so I can draw for 5 minutes." Or Usain Bolt, I've been running for a long time I've been running and training so that I can run for 9 seconds. So there's a system. Now he's built a system. Okay, when somebody asks me for art, I have my own unique style of doing stuff. Or you can also go on AI or ChatGPT, like paint this thing like Picasso. So Picasso has his own guideline and system on how to paint. You understand? Or like Mozart with music, or Metallica. Those people, they have a system, guidelines. They don't leave that system. They are consistent with it. That's their system. That's their guideline. If you want to make a song like Metallica, you need to do this, do that, do this, do that. There's a system. It's easily replicatable. That's what I've been learning. So going back to systems, once you systemize a business, it's all about looking for you making your business functional. And in order for your business to be functional, you need functional components. Now in the world of AI, at least with AI, you can implement AI in your business to do sales. It can do sales, CRM, marketing also, I think. No, copywriting, help you with copy, email marketing and whatever. But you have to set up the things. But now we have people, so you hire people. So once you've systemized your business, that's why people go out there, or businesses be like, "Hey, we're looking for employees. We're looking for people who went in this, have a degree in this, and whatever, and this experience, yada yada, wada, for this thing." What they are saying is, "Hey, we just need somebody who's gonna follow our guidelines. Don't come with any ideas. We don't care about your ideas, how you wanna improve our company. We don't care. We just want you to do this functional bit. Are you interested?" And then you go there thinking that you are a needed component. Well, whilst you are replaceable, you go there and say, "Oh, I'm kind, I'm happy, I'm teamwork, I'm team builder, I'm team worker, I'm striving, whoop whoop, yay. And then they're like, "Yeah, you got the job." And then all of a sudden, after a couple of months, there you are talking trash about the person who hired you. But he doesn't care, right? So he will not think twice about replacing you with something that cannot complain, not strike, not have leave days, works 24/7, 365, even on Christmas. He will replace you because you're not that functional anymore. Yeah, so when John D. Rockefeller said, I don't want a nation of thinkers, I want a nation of doers. I don't want a nation of thinkers, I want a nation of workers. That's what you, a business owner or somebody, wants in their business. Unless you are like the board of directors, the creative team, the marketing team, the sales team, and whatever. But other than that, if you're not the sales team and marketing team, the managers, whatever, you're just that functional piece. You're just that functional piece in the business, which can be replaced. You're competing with a robot because you're also a robot. So going back to that, hey man, been learning. So I had fear. I was talking about fear. So I had fear. I was like, oh, this guy has everything, has these things, that thing, this thing, that thing, that thing. Then I was like, let me leave and whatever. But then I was like, if I'm feeling like this, then everybody, as I said, if I'm feeling like this, then most of the people in whatever market that they say is saturated, most of the people feel the way I feel. And I cannot feel the same way like this. I cannot feel the same way the 98% feel. I have to feel the same way. I have to feel what the 2% feel. What my guy who was posting that video feels. So what I've seen is, regarding this personal brand thing, if you've been programmed for a long time, like your thinking has been cut short in some way, where you want to copy rather than steal. I think it was Picasso. Is like a good artist steals, but a great artist, a good artist copies, but a great artist steals. So to steal something is not to copy. To steal it is to take this idea and put your own flavor to it and whatever. So I've seen with, okay, now I don't need to emulate or copy what these people are doing. I can just do what I like. So me, I'm not a content person. As you can see, faceless. I don't even edit the videos. Faceless, I don't edit the videos. It'd be nice to edit the videos, but I'm not a video editor. I don't edit videos. I'm just intrigued by business stuff. So what I do is, I've said, okay, I'll just make my video simple. Put a hook there, maybe I say it or it's on my video and then it says read caption, or maybe I provide notes. So that's what I've decided. Black and white, simple, read it, don't read it is fine, as long as I provide value and you can see it. And my Instagram is my resume, my CV. They can see good, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. And then, I can easily chat with them and say, hey, can help you with this, seen that, whatever, and stuff. So that's what I've decided. It's okay, now think like the 2%. Don't be trying to do what he's doing, the edits he's doing. And that's like, shout out to Dan Cole. Because I saw it from there. I was like, I don't need to do these heavy edits and whatever. I can just do faceless and I can just focus on value rather than dopamine hits and all this stuff. Rather than that, I focus on the crucial stuff that are important. So that's what I've been doing. And then fear, I forgot what was next. Oh yeah, society. So obviously mfethu mpinjanga navaile somewhere. The whole family went somewhere. So I was like, okay, sharp. Then they asked me to stay with the house. I was like, okay, sharp. So I stayed with the house. I've been checking the house, feeding his dog, and stuff. And then one day I was like, you know what? I could left out, so I could DS, because banal DS. So now I don't have DS. I don't even watch TV. As I said, Bambi people. So I'm like, oh, let me check this DS thing out. Is it still the same? Do they still have Cartoon Network? Does Ben 10 still play? You know what I mean? Does Ben 10 still play? Do they have Boomerang? And I want to go, chin cheese and also when I look Cocomelon and I'm like, yeah, I am old. So then I went to this other show, which is watched by a majority of South Africans. black South Africans in black South Africans in South Africa. Moja Love or Mzansi Wetu. I'm watching, I'm sitting there. I hear this guy, hey, this girl is doing this. I think it was Ratsotela or what? Yeah, Ratsotela. That shows. This guy is sitting there, he's complaining about some girl not doing this birth certificate and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay, dude, what's happening here? And then they show the girl. Then I'm like, my guy, like you can also see for yourself, Hore. I'm like, why do we do this? Why do we put ourselves in such positions? I don't care who that guy is who hosts the show or who is the guy asking questions. He's a phony too. Yeah, well, he should change. Yeah, well, there is no show. There is no channel. There is no channel where you see in South Africa. There is no channel where you see Indians, whites, Asian. Indians are Asian. Right? But when I say Asian, I mean Chinese. Or but my friend, where they sit in a certain chair and they talk about how this girl doesn't give it to me right, or wapeda, or hey, she drinks too much, or he gives me too much. Like how sick have we become? It's embarrassing. Puts a bad name on being black. If that means being black, then I am not black. But even if that doesn't mean being, even if that doesn't mean that is being black, I'm still okay. I am black based off worldly, whatever. But whatever. But that's what I'm saying. It's embarrassing. It's humiliation rituals. It's like John Cena when he walked out naked at some other award show. It's like Jesus who wear dresses on movies. We continue to pose ourselves or yourselves, because let me just say ourselves. Pose ourselves as clowns, people to be laughed at. Thought less of. My guy, we don't want to hear about I. It's fascinating. The reason why they bring these shows, because you have to you must not just say, hey, this is horrible or whatever. Be like, okay, let me understand why they put these shows on. I'm like, oh, it's a business guy. He sees that most of the people who watch this DSTV or buy this DSTV are black people. So he caters to a lot of black South Africans. And what do black South Africans like? Or then they check. So they put channels. They put channels and whatever. Then they see, oh, they like a certain show called, I forgot what these shows were. The Queen or like Bambi shows, the Queen or the River, and then they see, oh, they like it when they watch these things where people are getting it on and they are not, where they're getting it on and kissing each other and all of this devilish and wicked, evil stuff. So they're like, okay, let's give it to them more, but this time in reality. So what do? I Blew It, Jola 99, Ratsotela, Babakho, oh, Tatakho, whatever these shows are, man, Bambi shows. Then I'm like, after seeing that, I realized, that's why we are poor. That's why we are the majority but do not own any land. That's why we have the highest unemployment rate. That's why we are Bambis. And I was like, okay. I cannot be a part of this group. I may look like them, but now I can't act like them. So I switched it off. I was like, okay, switch it off. That's when I realized that you want change, but you have shows like this. You have channels like this. Some say, oh, it's good because it tells us it exposes the truth or whatever. Like, what do you gain from you knowing that some old man is cheating on his wife? What do you gain? Insight. Oh, okay, yeah. Use a liar. Don't lie. Don't be lying, justifying, whatever. You just lying. You don't gain anything. You just gain pleasure. Going back to the ways of making money. So my guy who created Moja Love, and these are the channels, wacky channels. He saw that, obviously psychology. People run away from pain towards pleasure, and sometimes, most of the time, pleasure is entertainment or drama. You know. So he put that there. He was like, okay, people like drama. People like drama, and it gives them pleasure. People like it when they see other people, when bad things happen to other people, right? Like somebody falls, we laugh. Ha 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 ha. That's pleasure, right? It's entertainment. Yeah, well. But if he died, then it would be serious. But we still laughed, yeah, well. So that they like the drama. Yo, when sing, yo, umutsweri, yo, this, yo, ubon thing, yo, umutle we thing, yo, like you live your life as if this is just realization that most people who are programmed, who watch Moja Love channel, and Mzansi way too, or go to school, get a job, and I program people. So I understand when you watch Moja Love. I understand when you don't go out and do what you need to do. You are the 98% of the 21-year-old who are programmed, who cannot critically think. You're just a functional person, right? You live your life as if you're watching a movie and you're just reacting to it. I used to be you, right? Ever since I've been journaling, I've been doing a lot of self-reflection. Somebody said, feedback is the breakfast of champions. These are the Kasi entrepreneur. I think Bulelani Bala or something. He said, feedback is the breakfast of champions. I was like, yes, man. You need to know where you lack so you can improve. And once you know where you lack and you do not improve, you know you cannot blame anyone else but you. Because now you know, it's like me knowing I have cancer and I don't do chemotherapy. Then I find myself with they say, oh man, you're gonna die tomorrow. And I'm like, why am I dying tomorrow? Why am I dying tomorrow? It's like, how you didn't do chemo? They're like, oh yeah, I can't blame you now, right? So you live life just reacting to it. Things happens. You, this guy does. You, this thing happens. You, yeah, yeah, you just react in this life thing that we live in. Even when you watch Instagram videos, just, oh, this life, I would like it one day. You would like it, but you won't go after it, you know what I mean? You're just reacting. It's just like watching a movie. Yeah, well, that's what you're doing. Get into it now. Then I realized, now I'm realizing now, is that there's not a lot of competition out there. Even though looking at it in competition wise, in a competition way, is 50-50 not good, because a lot of, when creatives meet each other, yes, we can come together and say, oh, I made this much, or I made this much. It won't be a bragging point like I used to do. I used to be a phony at school, whereas I used to be a maths, what? I'm good at maths genius. Used to be part of the maths Olympiad. Used to be part of the Maths Olympiad. Doesn't matter. Used to be part of the Maths Olympiad. Went to a Maths Olympiad camp in Stellenbosch, and stuff like that, yada yada. But I didn't make it to PAMO, Pan African Maths Olympiad or something. I could have been there wearing a green blazer, But it is what it is. I realized the school was not it, so I had to go after getting cash. That's when I was introduced to trading. So, maths genius. Now I forgot what I wanted to say now. Bruh, come on, bruh. Maths genius. I was a maths genius. Oh, something I used to do in school was, they'd be like, Ban got 64. And they're like, okay. This guy got 70. Okay. This guy got 74. Okay. And this guy got this much. And they're like, oh, Mafia, you got 90, 94. I'm like, yeah. Right? So I used to get high numbers to a point where I don't think people started getting bored of it because they kept on saying my name, but the fact that I was the guy I'm about to explain. I used to go, that guy who constantly comes to people like, how much did you get? They're like, yeah, I got 64. I'm like, ha, me, I got 96. Then it's like, I'm done. I'm so slim. Melo sees, guys, you must start. Yeah, guys, you must start. Like, I didn't like helping people. I just like the fact that I wanted people to know that, yeah, my guy, you're dumber than me. Which didn't help me at all, right? Until I discovered the school is a scam, then that's when I started collaborating with people. And I was like, yeah, this is not necessary. As Trinidadian Shais kind of man, she's pass. So I used to be that guy. That guy who's great at maths but doesn't want to help anyone, doesn't want to collaborate with anyone. He just wants you to know that he's great at maths and you're not. You're a prick guy. Yeah, well. Now I forgot my point now. Again. Ish. What was I talking about? Nah, I forgot it. But what was I talking about? Why did I talk about maths? Okay, now. Going back to reacting, living a life of reacting. Just going back, I'm just gonna go back to that. So a lot of people live life reacting. Competition, right? Looking at it, when creatives meet each other, instead of being it being a competition ego thing, I'm making more money than you, or I'm making this much. It's a thing of, oh, I'm making 50 M. Okay, I made 200 M last year. Oh, really? Obviously, you're gonna feel like, oh, damn, this guy beat me. But he's gonna be like, okay, you made 200. How did you do it? Oh, we integrate. We use this and that. Oh, you use this and that. How did you implement it? It's like, oh, we did this, that. Yeah, well, there's sharing of ideas, sharing of stuff, and then that's how we all win. Yeah, well, creative people like sharing ideas or power plays they've implemented in their business, and other people implement it, and then they're like, oh, you're a great person, and then, you know what I mean. So there's helping and sharing in that world. But when you go to the 98%, it's competition. Employee of the month, employee of the year, top 3 at school, top student in class, top student in the grade, top, competition, and they like, and it's, as I said, it's an environment to create workers. That's you've been doing top until you've retired ever since. So that's your life now. Somebody dictating your life, stuff like that. So that's it. That's this my realization for this week is modular thing. Is a modular thing. Is the modular thing and fear thing. They connect, huh? Because I think I'm gonna continuously talk about this thing. How people are programmed. Yeah, how people are programmed into thinking a certain way. How you're living your life just reacting and not living an intentional life. How you're not being creative. How you are not being the image and likeness of God. Because you have it in you. But because of programming, I understand. But you can still access it. I used to ask myself, now that I know that a lot of people have lost their creativity, how can I tell somebody that they can gain it back? What steps can they take? What can they do? Because I've also lost it. We tend to say I'm not a creative person, but you used to be that kid who used to take bricks and use them as cars. That's being creative. Or acting like you're flying or something. You have an imagination and you're creative. Taking a blanket, making it a cape. You know what I mean? You might not have the equipment, but you hey, what's that? This car. You might not have the equipment or the necessary cape or whatever, but you made a way. Unkile underpen wa kenya ra wa be muni mangaza wa thola blanket wa shower ekthanga wa fly. So you were creative. Nothing stopped you from achieving that goal of acting like Superman or whatever. So I was like, okay, just expose yourself to ideas. Now that you're old, you can't be wearing underwear. And, you know what I mean? What's this? Expose yourself to ideas. Read stuff. Read about people who are creative. What do they do? Right? Immerse yourself in a world of ideas. Right? A world of creativity. This guy did this. Rather than knowing what some old ass cheetah, old grandpa, how he cheats on his wife. Other than that, you be like, oh, Elon Musk made taxis that drive on themselves. Oh, what? By themselves, on themselves. By themselves. You'd be like, oh, that's great. And you want to learn ideas also. Oh, this guy started a business that helps people do this. Oh, this person started a business where they added plastic into bricks so they become unbreakable and whatever. They last longer. This, that. You know, exposing yourself to innovation, ideas, possibilities. You know, learning about business. Because that's what I realized. Since school is not it, then business is the way. Because business is a way of expressing creativity, you know, and stuff. So go into business, learn about business, marketing, sales, product, operations, product development, research and development. What do people like? How to solve problems. Read about critical thinking. Read books about business, creativity, how to be an influential person, you know. Better yourself. At least, yeah, start there. Want to know how to be creative? Start by self-reflecting first. Get a journal. Because I've been journaling for some time now. And it works, you know. That's how I can come here and speak the way I speak, you know. See whatever I say, you know. Tell you about reflecting. I realized this about me or whatever. So journal, see, and be honest. I do this. I don't like this. I did this today and it was bad. How do I feel about it? For some reason, I feel great. And then once you see good, I did something bad and did this, go to Google and search. I did this and that, but I feel this way. What could this mean? Oh, it means that you have this and that, this and that, this and that. You're like, oh, okay, oh, that. So you get to know yourself more, and the more you know yourself, feedback is the breakfast of all champions, of all kings. Self-reflection. In the words of Lord Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, he says, paraphrasing, do not look at the speck in your brother's eye, but first look at the log in your eye first. Deal with that, realize that, know that, be aware of that, and once you've dealt with that log in your eye, you'll be able to navigate the speck in your brother's eye. You'll be able to navigate the speck in your brother's eye because of you knowing how to operate the log in your eye. So you realize, oh, okay, here's my problem. I deal with it this way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way. Maybe somebody else is going through this problem. I can solve it for them. I can do it. Then you see with that's why I can say 98% of people. It's not a saturated market. It's just a market full of people who have fear. Some fear that makes them stop. You know? That's I got to that realization by self-reflect. I was like, oh, that's why people don't try stuff and whatever. Like, okay. Then I search, obviously, like, do people do this because of this? Then, like, oh, yeah, they do this and that and whatever. So self-reflect and whatever. Self-reflect, be aware, change what you need to change, and then you improve as a person. And then you realize a lot of truth, seek truth, and your life starts to change, You start realizing that, yeah, I should stop doing this and whatever. And something I did also was to mope, because I flopped at something. I did something bad. I asked God for forgiveness. So I started moping. I was like, oh man, I'm bad, or I'm going to hell, or this, that. And I got angry. I'm like, bro, you out here moping. What you moping is you saying what Jesus did on the cross was phony stuff. No. Get up, go pray, ask God for forgiveness, ask God to be there with you, and continue with life, bro. Nobody listen. You'll be there moping. Time will still go by. It doesn't matter. So I can be wasting time moping or whatever. And then the other thing was the personal branding, trying to make my content look like the other people rather than just, doing it out there. Simple. Yeah, well, I don't need to just make it simple, consistent 3 times a day and see where it goes. Yeah, well. So I got to that, I was like, and then also talking to creators. Somebody, Dr. Myron Golden says something as he said he tells people to do is play the 10 no's and 1 yes game, right? For every day you talk to 10 people. If they say no 10 times, obviously, if they all say no, then you do it tomorrow. But if you talk to 7 and the 8th one says yes, you start all over. Yeah, boy. But now me, I want to do it with asking, because I want to really know, market research. I can't be offering a service because now I heard somebody say, "Oh, it's a business idea." I want to ask creators, like, oh, are you dealing with this? Is this your problem? Is your problem this? Is your problem that? Is your problem this? Is your problem? So I can see you see, if I can implement something, then it can help these people navigate this thing or learn how to do these things. Then I'll be like, oh, okay. Then I can create something. They can buy it from me. Boop, boop, boop. Cash. So that's it. I'll check you all next week or some other day when I come back to reflect or something. And stay nga y'all. Fitty.